The best monitors for programming make coding easy on the eyes with broad displays, high resolutions, and pixel-perfect precision. We went hands-on with the top coding monitors from Dell, BenQ, and more to find out which is best for you. So, what makes a good programming monitor? You may not need the highest resolutions, the fastest refresh rates, but there are plenty of features to look out for when choosing one. In our experience, a nice broad display that lets you see every detail, every line, every window and app is ideal, especially if you're pairing it with any of the best laptops for programming. Bonus points if you can rotate the monitor between landscape and portrait mode for extra flexibility when scrolling through lines of code. To help you find the right model, we've listed the 6 best monitors for programming and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you, and as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. Number 6. Samsung Vfinity S9, ideal for creatives and content creators. Samsung is aiming squarely at the Apple Studio display with the new Samsung Vfinity S9, also known as the S9 PC. It has exactly the same 27-inch panel size and 5K native resolution, so you get the same fantastic pixel density and fabulously crisp font rendering. There are a couple of areas where the Samsung display arguably has an advantage, however. Firstly, the S9 PC has built-in calibration that uses a smartphone app to allow users to adjust white balance, gamma, and RGB color balance. Then there's the slim fit webcam. While in theory it's slightly lower resolution at 4K compared with the Studio Display's 12-megapixel camera, it's fully detachable and has a larger lens and deeper body than the Apple camera. Those items aside, the S9 PC has basic DiSplay HDR 600 certification, which the Studio Display lacks, plus excellent connectivity including USB-C, Wi, Thunderbolt 4, HDMI, and DisplayPort, so all of your connectivity needs are well covered. Reasons to buy. Plus same size and 5K resolution as Apple Studio Display. Plus a slim fit webcam. Play USB-C, Thunderbolt 4 with power delivery. Plus built-in color calibration. Reasons to avoid. Samsung's patchy reputation for monitor firmware. Not exactly cheap. Number 5. Dell Ultra-Sharp U4021Q. Plenty of space for programming. The Dell U4 Quoto 21QW curved WHD monitor is the kind of monitor you can build an office around. From the abundance of available input channels, Thunderbolt 3 and RJ45 ports, and support for 2 separate PC inputs, this workstation display can let you do everything from monitoring IT infrastructure and markets to building apps. The 39.7-inch display itself is gorgeous, sporting a maximum resolution of 5120 x 2160 on a 2500R curved panel. The bezels are thicker than we'd like, but aren't obnoxious, and the color quality is outstanding. With a response rate of 8 nms, boostable to 5 nms in fast mode, and a refresh rate of 60 Hz, this is not a great monitor for gaming, so gamers should look elsewhere. The construction is solid and heavy enough to support the weight of the display, and has a low enough profile to leave a pretty light footprint on a desk. The all-plastic construction makes it feel less like the premium item it is. But given size of the monitor, adding even lightweight aluminum into the build would have made it heavy enough to break through a table. So Dell probably made the right call here. The construction is solid and heavy enough to support the weight of the display, and has a low enough profile to leave a pretty light footprint on a desk. The all-plastic construction makes it feel less like the premium item it is. But given size of the monitor, adding even lightweight aluminum into the build would have made it heavy enough to break through a table. So Dell probably made the right call here. Number 4. Dell SE32223Q. A seriously affordable 32-inch 4K display. 4K at 32 inches is a great compromise that delivers both crisp fonts for comfortable all-day coding, plus all the desktop real estate you can eat. Perfect for multitasking, in other words. The Dell SE32223Q gives you all that at such a low price in parts thanks to using a VA rather than IPS panel. So the response, color accuracy, and viewing angles suffer a little, but only a little. On the upside, VA delivers excellent contrast, which helps with font clarity and reduces eye fatigue during long coding sessions. Of course, at this lowly price point, you can't expect USB-C single cable connectivity with power delivery. So single cable docking with a laptop isn't on the cards. And it doesn't rotate into portrait mode, which will put some off. But as a large high DPI tool for coding, this is one heck of a package. Reasons to buy. Plus very affordable for a 32-inch 4K panel. Plus high contrast VA panel. Plus decent connectivity. And more. Number 3. Huawei MateView. More vertical space for comfortable coding. Rotating monitors into portrait mode is a popular approach for programmers looking to maximize how much code they can see without scrolling. But the Huawei MateView approaches that problem a little differently. Instead of the usual 16.9 or even 21.9 widescreen aspect ratio, this is an unusually tall 3.2 aspect panel. However, it's still very high resolution with 3840 by 2560 on a 28.2-inch panel. In other words, it's a 4K monitor with added vertical space. Perfect for coding, some programmers would say. The USB-C interface with 65W of power delivery for easy single-cable connectivity is another major upside, especially for laptop users. On top of that, this is a punchy panel rated at 500 nits and offers good accuracy at 98% coverage of DCI-P3. Not directly relevant for coding, perhaps, but you're certainly getting great value for money and a strong all-around package. The Huawei MateView is the relatively affordable high DPI display Mac users wish Apple would make. For everyone else, it's an intriguing 3.2 aspect IPS monitor with a few annoying flaws. Number 2, Philips 288E2A. If you're looking for some affordable 4K action for programming, put the Philips 288E2A on your shortlist. It's a 28-inch 4K model with plenty of desktop real estate for coding. The pixel density is also decent, so fonts and menus are nice and crisp. It uses an IPS panel, which makes for excellent viewing angles, albeit this isn't the brightest screen in the world at 300 nits, and there's absolutely no HDR support. It's worth noting there's no USB-C connectivity, which isn't a huge surprise at this price point. The slim bezel design looks contemporary, and the stand provides both height and tilt adjustment. But there's no support for rotation into portrait mode, which is a pity. But for the money, this is a lot of monitor. The new 28-inch Philips 288E2UAE dumps that particular convention and serves up an extra inch at a pretty appealing price point, currently below $300 in the UK. What's more, that size uptick hasn't come at the cost of panel tech. This is an IPS monitor with a true 8-bit panel and what Philips claims is wide color coverage. You also get extras like FreeSync support, a USB 3.2 hub, and Philips' multi-view picture-in-picture tech. What isn't included, perhaps unsurprisingly at this price point, is USB-C connectivity. That's a pity in terms of simplicity of connectivity. But then, USB-C typically comes at quite a premium, especially when combined with 4K. An intriguing alternative to the 27-inch 4K IPS masses, but the panel quality doesn't quite deliver on the spec sheet promise. Number 1. BenQ GW2785 TC. A full HD work monitor with eye care features. The BenQ GW2785 TC is a 27-inch 1080p work monitor that sets itself apart from rivals, thanks to a host of useful features. It's a monitor built for workspaces, for spending hours looking at a screen without straining your eyes. But making it one of the best programming monitors is its specialized coding mode, letting you display a stark contrast of colors on a black background. Elsewhere, the battle against eye strain continues with e-reader picture mode, care mode for those with sensitive eyes, and the color weakness mode for helping anyone with partial color blindness better differentiate on screen. A background light sensor can automatically adjust the brightness, and while we felt the screen wasn't overly bright, the 2i50 nits typical brightness will be fine for most with the right settings. The monitor has been certified by the independent TÜV Rheinland for its low blue light and flicker-free technologies and color-accurate eye-safe certifications. With a 1000.1 contrast ratio and almost full sRGB color gamut, it's an excellent all-rounder for homes and offices. Connectivity is great, with a USB-C port for quickly hooking up devices, plus a HDMI 1.4 and a DisplayPort 1.2 port. There's also a built-in noise-canceling USB mic that was good, and nice to have, but not on par with the quality found in premium headsets. USB-C charging, comprehensive eye care options, and a wide range of viewing modes make this a well-rounded Full HD work monitor.